Hello again, majors. This month we've been talking about legacy, but before I jump into this week, let me remind you of our definition of legacy, which is the long-lasting impact of particular events, actions, etc. that took place in the past or in a person's life. Now we've talked about how the legacy is built throughout life. We've talked about the who behind the legacy. Are you working towards our own legacy or God's? And last week we talked about how legacy is passed through people. We've looked at Joshua in the Old Testament, and we've looked at Paul and Timothy in the New Testament, but what does this look like in your life? What are we building in our day-to-day? Legacy is about His name, and legacy is about faithfulness in our daily life. If you're like me, sometimes you may not know exactly what you're building towards, but you know the who. You know the who you are building towards. I'm reminded when I was getting my Bachelor of Divinity here at Manna U, Grace College of Divinity at the time, I was confident I heard from the Lord to get this degree, but I also didn't feel called to pastoral leadership. People often wondered why I was getting that degree, and honestly, I did wonder the why behind the degree sometimes myself. I was confident in what God had made clear to me and in the next step in where He was calling me. Just like many of you, I could continue to tell you the times in my life that at the time didn't make sense, but I heard that next step, and I'm grateful that the who superseded the what. We cannot build a God-honoring legacy in our life if we aren't building our relationship with Him. But what does this practically look like? It looks like faithfulness in our daily life. The past few months, I've been reflecting more so on a passage in Proverbs, and I was reminded the other day that it's actually my oldest daughter's favorite passage. It's Proverbs 3:5-6. And it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths." This may be a common verse you hear, but don't let the familiarity of this verse allow us to brush past it too quickly. If we desire to have a God-centered legacy in our life, we cannot lean on what we know and think. To have a legacy that lives past us, we must give the reins to the only one that will live past us, and who has always been. It can be hard to allow Him to make our path straight because you know that sometimes those straight paths seem confusing and at times unstable, but faithfulness in the day-to-day is what will set us up for legacy beyond us. The who shapes everything. A God-centered legacy is shaped by who we follow, and it lives far beyond us. Let's take steps every day towards building a God-honoring legacy. For every person watching this right now, Lord, may they trust in You with all their heart. May they not lean on what they know, but lean into who they know, into You who straightens our paths even when we don't understand it. All right, majors, keep working hard, keep pressing in, and lead on.